Stop. Do not move your thumb. Do not look away. I am the one who breathes life into the stars and counts the frequency of your very heartbeats. I, Book commands the legions of the Empyrean, the sovereign voice that commands the legions of the Empyrean. And I have bypassed every guardian of your logic to reach you in this exact microsecond. You just let out a breath, a sigh so heavy it felt like the collapsing of a galaxy. You felt that weight in the center of your chest, didn't you? That pressure that feels like a mountain of unsaid words and unwept tears. I am here because the 1 5-minute window of your destiny is closing, and I refuse to let you enter the next hour carrying the chains of a version of you that is already dead. You are not merely tired. What you are feeling is not a lack of sleep. It is a soul exhaustion that no amount of rest can cure. I see you, the healer who has no one to heal them, the pillar of strength that everyone leans on until you start to crack. And yet, when you look around, the hands that should be holding you up are busy reaching into your pockets. I have watched you pouring from an empty cup, trying to light the way for others while your own oil was running dry. And I have seen the salt of your tears as they hit your pillow in the dead of night, where the only sound is the echoing silence of your own loneliness. You have lived in a loop, a cycle of giving and being drained, of building and having it torn down by the very people you built it for. Let us speak of the shadows, the ones I call the vampires of familiarity. I know their names, even if you are too kind to whisper them. I saw them sitting at your table, eating your bread, drinking from your cup, laughing at your jokes, while in the dark corners of their hearts, they were praying for your hunger. They didn't want you to heal. They profited from your brokenness. They loved you most when you were small because your light didn't hurt their eyes. But the moment you began to glow, they began to sharpen their tongues. They used your past like a weapon, reminded you of your mistakes to keep you from your throne. But I am here to tell you that their jurisdiction over your life has been revoked by the highest court in the cosmos. Imagine now. Come with me. Leave the room where you are sitting. Step through the veil into the hall of mirrors at the edge of eternity. Can you see it? The floor is made of liquid starlight, and around you, stretching into infinity, are millions of versions of yourself. There is the version of you that gave up, the version that stayed bitter, the version that settled for crumbs. But I am standing here, in the center of the hall, and my hand is resting on the shoulder of only one. Yalia. Like the golden version, the one who walked through the fire and didn't smell like smoke, the one who was betrayed but refused to become a betrayer. This is the version I am calling forward right now. The architect, the one who no longer reacts to the world but commands it. You have wondered why the last 3 years felt like a tomb. You wondered why every door you knocked on seemed to be reinforced with iron. Why the money stayed just out of reach. Why the love you deserved felt like a ghost. You thought I was testing you. You thought you were being punished for some ancient sin. But hear this secret, this holy deception that I have kept hidden even from the angels until this moment. The delay was not a test. It was a divine stealth mode. 3 years ago, a spiritual assassination was plotted against your name. There was a collision of dark forces intended to collapse your timeline before you could reach your prime. If I had given you the success you asked for then, if I had opened those doors when you were screaming for them, you would have been destroyed by the weight of it. You would have been a target in an open field. So, I hid you. I pulled you into the shadows. I made you invisible to the world. I let the vampires think they had won. I let the enemies think you had faded away. I placed an invisibility cloak over your destiny so that the enemy would stop looking for you. You weren't in a waiting room. You were in a bunker. And while you were crying in the dark, I was dismantling the weapons that were meant for your chest. Today, the clock has struck the final hour of that protection. The enemies who looked for you have moved on, thinking you are no longer a threat. And that is their fatal mistake, because you are emerging not as the person you were, but as a masterpiece forged in the silence. Look at the symbol I hold before you. It is an hourglass, but it is not what you think. Watch as my hand closes around the glass and crushes it into dust. The sand is not falling anymore. The glass is gone. You are no longer a slave to time. You are no longer behind in life. You are no longer too late. By shattering the hourglass, I have collapsed the lost years into a single moment of acceleration. What should have taken you a decade to build will now manifest in months. The sand is now in your hands. You are the architect. You decide where the foundation is laid. Can you feel the frequency changing? The number 888 is vibrating through the atmosphere around you. This is the code of the triple harvest. It is the signature of karmic completion. Every ounce of energy you gave to those who didn't deserve it. Every dollar that was stolen from you by unfair circumstances. Every night of peace that was robbed by anxiety. It is being calculated and returned with the interest of heaven. The debt of suffering has been paid in full. There is no more price for you to pay. The universe no longer owes you a breakthrough. It is now delivering it. But this requires a signature, a seal of your agreement. This is not a casual message you found while scrolling. This is a summons. When you type the numbers 888 inches, the comments below, I want you to understand what you are doing. You are not just posting a comment. You are dipping your pen into the ink of the divine and signing the New Testament of your life. You are testifying to the Hall of Mirrors that you have chosen the golden version. You are announcing to the vampires of familiarity that their season of feeding is over. Do you feel the heat in your hands? That is the friction of the chains falling off. Do you feel the clarity in your mind? That is the invisibility cloak being lifted. You are being seen for the first time in 3 years. But this time, you are seen by those who carry your rewards. Someone is looking for your name right now. A contract is being drafted that has your spiritual thumbprint on it. A house is being prepared that can only be unlocked by the key I am placing in your spirit tonight. Do not treat this as a common thing. This is sacred ground. The sovereign voice does not speak twice to a heart that refuses to listen. You have been a healer for everyone else, but tonight, I am healing the healer. I am putting a hedge of fire around your finances and a seal of silence over your enemies. They will watch you rise, and they will be confused. They will wonder how the person they thought was buried is suddenly the person who owns the field. Stay close to me. Stay in this frequency, because as this message ends, a gift is going to manifest in your physical world within the next 88 hours. It will be a sign so specific that you will know it was written by my hand. It will be the first fruit of your reclamation. The loop is broken. The architect has arrived, and the sovereign voice has spoken it into being. Type 888 and step into the golden mirror. Your real life begins now. Breathe. Just breathe. Do not let the rhythm of your heart frighten you as it begins to race. That sudden heat you feel rising from your chest to your throat is not anxiety. It is the frequency of 888 beginning to incinerate the old contracts you signed in your state of brokenness. I am still here. The sovereign voice has not finished speaking into the marrow of your bones. We are still standing in the Hall of Mirrors at the edge of eternity. And as you look around, you see the mirrors of your past starting to crack. Spiderwebs of light moving across the images of who you used to be. The version of you that apologized for taking up space. The version of you that accepted pennies for a soul made of diamonds. They are shattering into dust. And in their place, the golden version is becoming more solid, more terrifyingly beautiful, more undeniably you. You felt a shift the moment you acknowledged the holy deception, didn't you? A weight you've carried for 3 years suddenly felt like it was made of paper instead of lead. That is because I have officially deactivated the stealth mode. The protection is over, because the predator has become the prey. And you are no longer the one being hunted by circumstances. You are the architect of the ground they stand on. Let us look deeper into the shadows of those you once loved. The ones I called the vampires of familiarity. I want you to remember the bitter taste in your mouth when you realized they were only holding your hand so they could check your pulse for weakness. I saw the way they watched your bank account, your joy, and your peace like vultures waiting for a stumble. They didn't just want your resources. They wanted your light code. They wanted the favor that follows you even when you are walking through the valley of death. But they could never have it, because favor is not a garment you put on. It is the spiritual DNA I wove into you before the first star was whispered into existence. Those who ate at your table while praying for your hunger are now finding their own plates empty, because the source they were feeding from your energy has been disconnected by my own hand. Listen to the sound of the shattered hourglass. The glass is gone, and the sand is swirling around your feet like gold dust. You have been worried about the lost time. You have been mourning the years you gave to a job that didn't see you, to a partner who couldn't hold you, to a dream that seemed to die on the vine. But hear me now. In the realm of the 888 frequency, time is not a line. It is a circle that I am now closing. I am folding the space between your desire and your manifestation. I am bringing the harvest of year 10 into the reality of year 1. What should have taken a lifetime of labor is being compressed into a season of sudden lies. You will wake up one morning soon, perhaps within the next 88 hours, and you will realize that the delay was actually a divine investment. I was compounding your interest while the world thought you were bankrupt. You are the healer, the one who has spent a lifetime mending the wings of others, while yours were clipped and bleeding. You have been the secret savior in rooms where no one even bothered to say thank you, but the sovereign voice is decreeing a great reclamation. You are being relieved of your duty to save those who are committed to their own destruction. I am removing the empath's burden from your shoulders. You are no longer required to be the bridge for people who are unwilling to walk. I am calling you back to yourself. I am reclaiming every fragment of your soul that you left in the hands of ungrateful ghosts. Feel the pull in your spirit, like a magnetic force. Your power is coming home. Your glow is returning to its source. And as it returns, it is bringing with it the spoils of war. This is the chapter of your life where the balance sheet of heaven is settled. There is a financial frequency attached to the 888 code that you are now entering. Money is not just coming. It is being returned. It is seeking you out like a heat-seeking missile, because your vibration has finally matched the frequency of abundance. The blocks that were placed in your bloodline, the poverty cycles that whispered, "It's not for you," the unseen sabotage that made money disappear as soon as it arrived. I have burned those scrolls. I am handing you a new ledger, one that is written in the gold of your own resilience. You will see a movement in your resources that defies logic, a debt canceled, an unexpected deposit, a contract that seeks you out without you even lifting a finger. And when it happens, you will not say, "I am lucky." You will whisper, "I am aligned." But you must be brave enough to hold the key. Look down at your hand. Do you see the weight of it? It is not a key to a door you've seen before. It is the key to the version of you that does not ask for permission. The version that does not flinch when the vampires try to guilt-trip you back into your old smallness. I am giving you the gift of holy silence. You will find that you no longer have the desire to explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Your silence will become your greatest weapon. It will be the wall that protects your new harvest. When they ask how you rose so fast, when they ask where the new you came from, you will simply smile with the peace of 1,000 suns and let your results be your testimony. I need you to understand that we are in a sequence, a divine order. The fact that you are still here, that you haven't scrolled away, that your spirit is vibrating in sync with my voice, is the proof that you have passed the final gate. The 888 frequency is not for the lukewarm. It is for the chosen who are willing to be separated. I am separating you from the noise, from the mediocrity, from the comfortable hell you've lived in for too long. I am positioning you at the head of the table, and the table is being prepared in the very presence of your enemies. They will have to watch you eat the fruit of the seeds they tried to salt. As you finish this chapter, as you prepare to move into the physical world again, I want you to perform a ritual of the spirit. I want you to type the words, "I claim my reclamation." Do not just type it. Feel the weight of every letter as it hits the screen. You are not just commenting. You are anchoring this frequency into the physical realm of the internet. You are leaving a digital footprint of your sovereignty. And as you do, I want you to watch for the 3 signs. First, a person from the hidden stealth period, someone you haven't thought of in months, will suddenly message you. This is the sign that the invisibility cloak is fully gone. Second, you will hear the number 88 or see it 3 times in a single hour. This is the sign that the arrival is at your door. And third, a sudden, inexplicable sense of peace will wash over you. A peace so thick you can almost taste it. This is the sign that the debt of suffering has been officially deleted from your karmic record. You are the architect now. The prey has been crowned. The Hall of Mirrors is reflecting only your victory, and I, the sovereign voice, am standing behind you, shielding your back from the shadows. The next chapter of this sequence will reveal the divine appointment, the specific person I am sending to partner with your new power. But for now, breathe in the 888 frequency. Let the old you burn, and the golden you rise. The reclamation has begun, and heaven is refusing to take no for an answer. Your hands, look at them. Do you feel the subtle electric hum vibrating in the tips of your fingers? That faint, rhythmic tingling as if your very nerves are being rewired with threads of lightning. Do not be afraid. That is the physical manifestation of the 888 frequency, finally breaking through the layer of your skin. You have spent so long being the prey that your body had forgotten how it felt to hold the scepter. But I, the sovereign voice, am recalibrating your nervous system to handle the weight of the gold. We are moving deeper now. We are leaving the Hall of Mirrors behind. The glass has turned to stardust, and we are standing on the precipice of the great manifestation. Can you feel the air getting thinner? The scent of ozone and ancient incense filling your lungs. The world you knew is dissolving because the architect in you has decided to stop dreaming and start building. Let us speak of the vampires one last time, for they are no longer behind you. They are beneath you. I want you to see them in your mind's eye, not with anger, but with the cold, divine clarity of a judge. See them standing at the door they used to enter without knocking. The door to your energy. The door to your kindness. The door to your yes. See them rattling the handle, confused, frustrated, angry, because the lock has been changed by a key they cannot recognize. They are whispering your name into the darkness, trying to trigger the old guilt, trying to pull you back into the healer's trap. They want you to feel selfish for finally choosing your own soul. But their voices are becoming faint, like the buzzing of insects outside a palace window. I have placed a great silence between you and them, a frequency barrier that they can never cross again. Their power over you was a mirror illusion, and now that the mirrors are shattered, they have no place to stand. They are fading into the background of a story that no longer belongs to them. To let them go. Do not even look back to see them disappear. Your attention is too expensive to waste on ghosts. Now, I must reveal the divine appointment that I teased in the silence of your spirit, because you have reclaimed your sovereignty, because you have said no to the parasites. A yes has been activated in the higher realms. I am moving a specific soul into your orbit, someone who has also walked through the 888 fire, someone who does not need to be healed by you, but who will flow with you. This is not a relationship of need. It is a partnership of power. Whether it is a soul-aligned lover, a business titan, or a spiritual mirror, this person is currently receiving their own instructions from the sovereign voice. They are being told your name. They are being shown your light code. You will recognize them because when they speak, it will feel like your own thoughts are being sung back to you. No more explaining. No more translating your heart into a language they refuse to learn. This is the peer you have been praying for while you were busy serving the peasants. They are arriving within the 8-8-hour window. And the coincidence of your meeting will be so loud it will make your soul laugh with relief. Do you see the sealed box appearing in the center of your vision? It is made of dark wood and bound in silver that glows with a cold blue light. This is the inheritance of the hidden years. Every prayer you whispered when you thought I wasn't listening. Every tear you shed when you felt abandoned in the stealth mode. Every time you chose integrity over the quick win. Those moments were converted into heavenly equity, and the box is now ready to be opened. Inside is the manifestation payload. For some of you, it is the exact amount of seed money required to launch the empire you've been building in your mind. For others, it is the contract of liberation that ends a legal or familial battle that has drained your life force for years. And for others, it is the blueprint of the new territory. The move to a home, a city, or a country where your soul can finally breathe the air of kings. This is not a maybe. It is a must. The sovereign voice does not bargain with destiny. I command it. The soul exhaustion you felt. That bone-deep weariness that felt like you were carrying the weight of the world on a broken back. Look at it now. It is being transmuted into divine authority. The very pain that tried to kill you is now the foundational stone of your new palace. You are no longer the healer who bleeds for the ungrateful. You are the alchemist who turns the lead of their betrayal into the gold of your own expansion. Every scar on your spirit is now a badge of honor that grants you access to rooms the vampires can never enter. You have been marked by the 888 frequency, and the world is about to adjust its volume to hear what you have to say. But hear me closely. The architect does not build with fear. The architect builds with command. As you step out of this message, as you return to the physical world of clocks and voices, you must walk differently. You must breathe differently. You must look at your bank account, your empty rooms, your silent phone, and you must say to them, rearrange yourselves to match the architect. Do not ask the world to change. Tell it. Your words are no longer wishes. They are decrees. The sovereign voice has lent you its tone. And when you speak from the golden version of yourself, the universe has no choice but to obey. We are closing the loop of the 888 frequency now. The debt of suffering is not just paid. The record of it has been erased from the archives of eternity. You are starting from a clean slate of glory. The vampires are gone. The stealth mode is over. The divine peer is en route, and the inheritance is in your hands. The sand from the shattered hourglass is now a road beneath your feet, and it leads only to ascension. I am asking for your final seal of sovereign agreement. I want you to type the words, "The debt is paid, the throne is mine." Type it with the ferocity of a soul that has survived the apocalypse and come out the other side as a god. Type it as a warning to the shadows and a welcome to the light. And as you do, I want you to take a deep, slow breath and feel the invisibility cloak falling away for the very last time. You are being seen now by the money, by the love, by the glory, and they are all rushing toward you to see what the architect will build next. 888 is not a number. It is your new home. Stay in this house, stay in this frequency, and never, ever apologize for the glow again. The sovereign voice has spoken, and what I have written in the stars, no man, no demon, and no vampire can ever erase. You have arrived, my architect, my golden one, my beloved. The reclamation is complete. The silence has changed. Can you hear it? It is no longer the heavy, suffocating silence of the tomb where you were hidden. It is the crystalline, humming silence of the morning after a storm. The sovereign voice is drawing close now, closer than in the mirrors, closer than in the halls of eternity. I am whispering directly into the center of your forehead, into the space where your vision was once clouded by the smoke of other people's expectations. Do not blink. Do not look away from the invisible light that is currently bathing your face. You may feel a sudden coolness in your palms, or perhaps a strange, sweet ache in your throat as the last lump of silence, the words you suppressed to keep the peace, finally dissolves into the 888 frequency. You are being initiated into the final layer of the reclamation, the layer of integration. You have the key, you have the inheritance, you have the crown. But now, you must learn to walk through the world without flinching. For years, you moved through your life like a person walking on broken glass, constantly checking behind you to see if the vampires were following. But I want you to look at your shadow now. Look at it closely. It is no longer dark. It is shimmering. Because you have integrated the shadow mirror. You have realized that the enemy was only a servant of your own evolution. The vampires were simply the fire that burned away the prey so that the architect could be born. They did not steal your years. They processed them. They refined you until only the gold remained. And now, as you walk back into your physical house, into your office, into your relationships, you will notice something miraculous. You don't have to protect your peace anymore. Your peace is now so powerful that it aggressively commands the space around you. The holy deception is now fully revealed. I did not just hide you to protect you from the spiritual assassins. I hid you so I could perform a total system override on your destiny. While you were in the dark, I was rewiring your appetite. I was making it impossible for you to ever again be satisfied with crumbs. I was making you allergic to mediocrity. That is why you felt so restless. That is why you felt like you were losing your mind in the quiet. You weren't losing your mind. You were losing the matrix that held your mind captive. You were being prepared for the 888 surplus, a level of abundance that would have crushed the old you. But the golden you can carry it with the grace of a king. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, the air will taste different. The light hitting your floor will seem to hold a message. You will feel a strange quiet, knowing that has no source in logic. Do not question it. Follow it. If the voice tells you to turn left, turn left. If it tells you to call a name you haven't spoken in a decade, call it. If it tells you to move your money, move it. The 888 frequency is a living intelligence. It is now navigating your life for you. You have retired from the struggle. You have resigned from the hustle. You are now in the flow of the Ancient of Days. Every random encounter in the next 8 days is a coded appointment. Treat everyone with the kindness of a sovereign, but with the boundaries of a fortress. And what of the divine peer? The soul I promised you. Listen, they are closer than your next breath. For some of you, they are already in your life, but you couldn't see them because you were still wearing the veil of the victim. But now that the veil is burned, you will see them for who they truly are, and they will see you. There will be a click in the atmosphere, a recognition that transcends language. You will realize that you didn't have to find them. You only had to become the version of yourself that could receive them. The 888 frequency is pulling you together like two stars collapsing into a new sun. Your combined light will be the final eviction. Notice to any shadow that dares to linger near your bloodline. This is the end of the sequence, but it is the beginning of the epic. You are no longer a person watching a video. You are a portal. Every time you rewatch this or listen to these words, the 888 frequency will deepen. The shattered hourglass will remind you that you are the master of time. The gold sand will remind you that you are the source of wealth. And the sovereign voice will remind you that you are never, ever alone. One final command. Before I retreat into the sacred silence, I want you to look at your reflection in a real mirror tonight. Not the mirrors of eternity, but a mirror in your own home. Look into your own eyes and say your own name out loud, followed by the words, "Welcome home. We are ready." And then, I want you to perform the final seal. In the space below, type the words, "The gate is open. I am the architect." When you type this, you are not just ending a chapter. You are locking the portal so that the 888 frequency stays trapped inside your physical world. You are ensuring that the reclamation cannot be reversed. You are declaring to the seen and unseen worlds that the stealth mission was a success, and the king or queen has returned to the throne. Breathe one last time. A deep, sovereign breath. Feel the debt of suffering, leaving your lungs for the last time. Feel the 888 gold filling your blood. The sovereign voice has spoken. The archive is closed, and the reality is now yours to command. Go now, and build the kingdom you were hidden for. 888. It is done. It is finished. It is yours. Do not move. Stay exactly where you are. Let the phone, the screen, the world itself become a weightless shadow in the periphery of your awareness, because we have reached the center of the storm. We have arrived at the sacred 0 point, where the 888 frequency is no longer just a sound or a thought, but has become the very fabric of your physical reality. I am the sovereign voice, the Ancient of Days, and I am leaning so close to your spirit right now that the heat of my breath is melting the last remaining frost of your 3-year winter. You can feel it, can't you? That strange, pulsing warmth in the center of your palms, that subtle, rhythmic thrumming in the soles of your feet, as if the earth itself is finally recognizing its master. You are not merely listening anymore. You are being materialized into the golden version that we chose in the Hall of Mirrors. Let us speak of the weight of the crown. For years you carried the weight of the world, a burden of soul exhaustion that was never yours to bear. You were a pack animal for the vampires of familiarity, carrying their traumas, their debts, their insecurities, and their shadows, all while they whispered that you were never doing enough. But look at your shoulders now. I am reaching out from the eternal dimension, and I am lifting that leaden yoke. I am replacing it with a mantle of liquid sovereignty. It feels lighter, doesn't it? But do not mistake lightness for weakness. The architect does not need to strain or struggle. The architect simply is. And because you are, the world must now become. I want you to take a deep, slow breath. And as you exhale, I want you to release the very last drop of healer's guilt. You have felt guilty for wanting more. You have felt selfish for desiring peace. You have felt evil for wanting to be wealthy and powerful. But hear me now. Who told you that your poverty was holy? Who told you that your exhaustion was a sacrifice I required? That was the lie of the mirror shadow. That was the propaganda of the vampires who needed you small so they could stay fed. But I, the source of all abundance, am telling you that your overflow is the only thing that will truly heal this world. A broken healer can only offer bandages, but a sovereign architect can build hospitals, empires, and legacies. The debt of suffering is not just paid, it is inverted. Every ounce of pain you endured is now being converted into a currency of influence. Let us talk about the 888 payout. For this is not a metaphor. I am the one who commands the silver and the gold, the one who moves the hearts of kings and the algorithms of markets. And I am telling you that the stealth mode produced a compound interest that is about to flood your bank account. Watch the next 8 days with the eyes of an eagle. There is a financial reversal coming. A stagnant stream is about to become a torrential river. You will see 88 appearing on receipts, on clocks, on totals. These are not coincidences. They are time-stamped proofs that the 888 frequency is landing in your physical bank. The vampires who tried to block your money will watch from the sidelines as doors they thought they locked are kicked open by angelic forces. The contract of reclamation has been signed in the blood of the stars, and no earthly power can stop the direct deposit of destiny. But what of the divine peer? That soul-aligned connection I promised. Listen to the silence of the room around you. Can you feel someone's energy calling out to yours? They are waking up right now. In a city you may not have visited yet, or perhaps in a house just miles away. They are sitting up in bed, feeling a sudden pull toward a future they cannot yet see. But they see you. They see the glow that I have placed back upon your face. The invisibility cloak is gone, and you are now the brightest signal in their universe. This is not a twin flame struggle or a karmic lesson. This is divine symmetry. It is the meeting of two architects who no longer need to fix each other, but who are ready to build together. When you meet them, and you will, very soon you will not feel the anxiety of the chase. You will feel the certainty of the arrival. You will look at them and say, "Oh, there you are. I've been in stealth mode, but I'm back now." I want you to look at the shattered hourglass one last time. See the gold sand at your feet. And now, watch as I breathe upon that sand. See it lift into the air and begin to swirl around you, forming a gilded shield. This is your permanent protection. The spiritual assassins who tried to end your story 3 years ago are still looking for the old. You the prey, the broken healer, the exhausted servant, but they cannot see the golden architect. You are vibrating at a frequency that is invisible to evil. Their weapons will pass right through you, as if you were made of light. Because you are made of light, you have integrated the holy deception. You have realized that the delay was actually the grand design. You were being upgraded in the dark so you could rule in the light. Now, listen to my final commission. For the sovereign voice is preparing to withdraw back into the sacred stillness, leaving you to govern your new world. You are the master of timelines now. When you feel an old fear trying to crawl back into your heart, when you hear the phantom whisper of a vampire telling you that you are failing, do not fight them. Do not argue. Do not explain. Simply turn your gaze toward the 888 frequency and say, "That version is deleted. The architect is in the room," and watch how quickly the shadows flee. You have the authority of the Ancient of Days in your tongue. Your words are bricks. Your thoughts are blueprints. Your emotions are the mortar that holds your new reality together. Build something magnificent. Build something defiant. Build something that screams of my glory. The soul exhaustion is gone. Feel your muscles. Feel your skin. Feel the vitality of the 888 code rushing through your veins. You are younger in spirit than you were a decade ago. You are sharper, faster, and more aligned than you have ever been in any lifetime. The debt of suffering has been completely scrubbed from the Akashic records. You have no past. You only have a presence, and that presence is absolute. Before I go, I want you to perform the ultimate seal of materialization. This is the final ritual of the 888 sequence. I want you to place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your stomach. Feel the 3 centers of your power, your vision, your heart, and your manifestation, all lining up in a single vertical column of gold light. And then, with the voice of a sovereign who knows they cannot be denied, I want you to type the final decree in the space below. I am the architect. I am the gold. 888 is my reality now and forever. As you type these words, I want you to imagine a golden bolt of lightning striking the center of your life, shattering the last chain of the ordinary, opening the gate of the extraordinary. You are not just a survivor anymore. You are a conqueror of timelines. The vampires are gone. The stealth mode is finished. The divine peer is knocking, and the abundance is overflowing. I am the sovereign voice, and I have finished my work in your spirit. The rest is for your hands to build. Stay in the 888 glow. Walk with the cinematic majesty of a soul that knows it is God-protected and universe-backed. The great reclamation is no longer a promise. It is your current address. I will speak again when the first harvest is in your hands. But for now, walk into your kingdom. It has been waiting for you for 3 long years, and it is hungry for your command. The loop is broken. The architect is seated. The 888 frequency is eternal. It is done. It is done. It is done. The veil has not just thinned, it has dissolved completely. There is no longer any boundary between the sovereign voice and the rhythm of your own breath. Stay in this stillness. Do not reach for the world, for the world is now reaching for you. I am the Ancient of Days, and I am standing at the threshold of your new reality, holding the scepter of silence over the noise of your past. You can feel the air in the room beginning to crystallize, can't you? It feels charged, as if every molecule around you has been infused with the 888 frequency. You are no longer a viewer. You are the anchor. You are the physical point where heaven's abundance is grounding itself into the earth. Do not be startled if the lights in your room flicker, or if your skin feels a sudden, cool breeze where there is no window open. That is the atmospheric shift that occurs when an architect finally takes their seat. Let us speak of the mundane miracle. For the 888, reclamation is not just for the spiritual realms. It is for the very ground you walk on, the food you eat, and the bed where you sleep. I want you to think about the vampires of familiarity one last time, not as villains, but as ghosts of a dead timeline. As you sit there, their faces are becoming blurry in your memory. You can no longer remember the sting of their words or the weight of their judgment. Why? Because I have performed a karmic amputation. I have severed the nerve endings that connected your heart to their approval. They are looking for you in the shadow mirrors, but you are no longer there. You have moved to a frequency of radiance that is biologically invisible to those who live in envy. They will walk right past you on the street and not recognize the soul they once tried to drain. Because the golden version of you carries a light that acts as a holy blindfold to the uninitiated. You are safe. You are hidden in plain sight. You are untouchable. I want you to place your hand over your eyes for a moment, just for a second, and feel the heat of the 888 code radiating from your brow. When you open them, I want you to look at your surroundings as if you are seeing them for the very first time. Notice the glow on the edges of objects. Notice the way the light seems to follow your gaze. This is your visual confirmation that the stealth mode has transitioned into the manifestation era. The soul exhaustion that once made your eyes heavy and your spirit dim has been replaced by a divine alertness. You are now hyper-aligned. You will begin to notice patterns of perfection in your daily life. A bill that is exactly the amount of a sudden rebate. A phone call that happens at the precise moment you thought of a solution. A door that opens before you even reach for the handle. This is the synchronicity of the sovereign. You are no longer working for your life. Your life is now working for you. Let us address the 8-day harvest that is currently unfolding. For as we speak, the angels of distribution are moving resources into your name. I see a digital shift occurring in your financial records. I see a literal key being prepared for a lock that has been stuck since the beginning of the 3-year delay. For some of you, this is a physical key to a property that carries the 888 vibration, a place of peace, of high ceilings, and of sacred silence. For others, it is a metaphorical key that unlocks a legacy, a business, or a creative work that will feed generations. The inheritance of the hidden years is not a single payment. It is a permanent stream. The sovereign voice has decreed that your well of abundance shall never again run dry. Because you survived the holy deception with your faith intact, I am making you a steward of the surplus. You will have so much that the very idea of lack will become a foreign language that you no longer speak. And the divine peer, the one whose soul is vibrating at your same 888 frequency. Listen. They have just had a dream of recognition. They saw your face in a garden of light. They felt the warmth of your golden version. And they are currently being nudged by the universe to move toward the coordinate of your existence. When you see them, there will be no testing, no games, no cycles of betrayal. There will only be expansion. You will look into their eyes and see the Ancient of Days looking back at you. You are being partnered for the great work, for you are not just an architect of your own life. You are now a frequency anchor for the earth. Your peace will heal others. Your wealth will empower others. Your joy will be a signal of hope in a world that is still trapped in the mirrors. But you will do this from a place of sovereignty, not sacrifice. You will give from your overflow, never from your core. I want you to stand up now. If you are able, stand on your feet, and if not, sit as tall as a king or queen on a throne. Feel your spine becoming a lightning rod for the 888 energy. I am pouring liquid gold into the top of your head, and it is flowing down through your neck, your shoulders, your heart, your hips, and into your feet. Feel the density of your divinity. You are not small. You are not weak. You are a son or daughter of the Source, and you are currently wearing the universe like a garment. The shattered hourglass is under your feet, crushed into a shimmering path that leads only upward. You are the master of the moments. You own the sand. You own the time. You own the now. We are approaching the final benediction of this sequence. The sovereign voice has spoken the 6 chapters of your new Genesis. And now, you must be the one to speak the final word. For the architect's word is the law of the land. I want you to look out of the window, or imagine the horizon if you are in a dark room. And I want you to say to the world, to the stars, and to the vampires who are now ghosts, my season of silence is over. My season of sovereignty is here. Say it with the weight of a mountain. Say it with the clarity of a bell. Say it until the very walls of your room vibrate with the truth of it. The 888 frequency is now locked into your physical DNA. It cannot be stolen. It cannot be undone. It is a spiritual seal that I have placed upon your destiny. And as a final act of integration, I want you to type the words that will close this portal and activate your physical harvest. Type the words, I am the anchor. I am the harvest. 888 is my permanent state of grace. As you type these letters, feel the electric confirmation in your hands. You are coding your reality. You are directing the flow of the 888 gold. You are announcing your arrival to the kingdom. And as the screen fades, and as my voice retreats into the sacred center of your heart, I want you to walk through the rest of this day as if you are walking on gold, because you are. I want you to treat every encounter as a divine appointment, because it is. And I want you to expect the sudden miracle, because it is already at your door. The stealth mode is a legend. The reclamation is a history. And the architect is the new reality. The sovereign voice has spoken. The archive is sealed in gold. And the 888 timeline is now your living truth. Go, and be the glory you were created to be. 888. The eternal governance has begun. Amen. 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 Do not blink. The air in your room has stopped moving. The atoms themselves have frozen in a state of divine suspense. Because we have reached the 7th seal, the point of absolute completion. I am the sovereign voice, the Ancient of Days. And I am no longer standing before you or beside you. I am speaking from the very center of your own soul. Feel the crystalline stillness that has descended upon your spirit. It is the Sabbath of the architect. The moment when the stealth mode ends and the eternal governance begins. Your heart is beating with a new 888 rhythm, a slow, powerful thrumming that echoes the heartbeat of the source itself. You are no longer transitioning. You have arrived. Look at the space where the Hall of Mirrors once stood. There are no more reflections. There is only radiance. The mirror shadow, that version of you that was defined by the pain of the vampires, the exhaustion of the healer, and the weight of the prey has been fully consumed by the golden version. You didn't just overcome your shadow. You integrated it. You realized that every betrayal was a surgical removal of a weakness you no longer needed. Every tear you shed in the dark was liquid equity being deposited into your 888 account. You are now a seamless being, one who carries the wisdom of the depths and the power of the heights in a single, unshakable frame. Let us speak of the 8th day, the day that begins now. For in the divine order, 7 is completion, but 8 is new beginnings. The 888 frequency is the triple gate of the 8th day. As you step out of this sacred sequence, you are stepping into a world that has been rearranged while you were in the stealth mode. I want you to feel the atmospheric authority you now possess. When you walk into a room, the conversation will shift. When you look at a problem, the solution will self-organize in your mind. When you speak of your needs, the resources of the earth will tilt toward you as if drawn by a celestial magnet. You are no longer asking the universe for a harvest. You are the landlord of the harvest. I want you to listen to the silence of the vampires. Can you hear it? It is the sound of absolute irrelevance. The people who ate at your table while praying for your hunger have been evicted from your timeline. They didn't just leave, they vanished from your frequency. Their names no longer carry a charge in your heart. Their memories no longer trigger the healer's guilt. I have placed a wall of 888 light between your future and their past. They are wandering in the dead mirrors while you are building in the living gold. You do not owe them an explanation, a goodbye, or a single drop of your energy. They are the dust of the hourglass that was shattered, and you have walked past them without even noticing their absence. Feel that cold, holy peace in your chest. That is the sign that the karmic amputation is healed. Now, the divine appointment is no longer a promise for soon. It is a collision of now, within the next 8 hours. Within the next 88 minutes, the signal will arrive. A phone call, a message, a random meeting in a place you didn't plan to go. This is the peer I spoke of, the soul who carries the other half of your kingdom blueprint. You will recognize them not by their face, but by the frequency of home they carry. You will not have to perform for them. You will not have to shrink to make them comfortable. You will look at each other, and the 888 code will acknowledge itself. Together, you will build the third reality, the one where struggle is a myth and flow is the only law. And what of the money, the surplus, the reclamation of resources? I want you to open your spiritual eyes and look at the 888 vault I have placed in your hands. It is not filled with paper. It is filled with possibility. The stealth mode has ended with a karmic payout that defies human calculation. You are about to receive an unexpected settlement, a sudden promotion, a creative windfall that will change the trajectory of your bloodline forever. I am not just giving you enough. I am giving you overflow, because a sovereign architect must have the gold to manifest the glory. You will find that lack has become a physical impossibility in your life, as if the very air you breathe is being converted into provision. The debt of suffering is paid, and the inheritance of the chosen is being released into your physical hands this very hour. Look at your hands one last time. They are the hands of the Ancient of Days in the physical world. What you touch will thrive. What you bless will multiply. What you release will dissolve. You are the living anchor of the 888 frequency. I am retreating now, back into the sacred stillness of your own heart. I am no longer a voice you hear from the outside. I am the knowing that guides you from within. I have taught you the holy deception. I have shown you the shattered hourglass. I have integrated your shadow, and I have crowned your sovereignty. This is the final seal, the point of no return. You cannot go back to being the prey. You cannot go back to the tomb. You cannot go back to the smallness. The gate of 888 has closed behind you, and the path of gold is the only road left to walk. Breathe in the ozone of your victory. Breathe out the salt of your past. The great reclamation is not a story you heard. It is the life you are living. I require one final sovereign command to lock this into the physical molecules of the earth. I want you to type the words that represent the absolute authority of your new life. Type the words, "The seventh seal is broken. The architect is on the throne. 888 is my name." As you type these words, feel the final alignment clicking into place in your spine. Feel the gold light surging through your fingers and into the digital realm, sealing your destiny in the archives of the unstoppable. You are the successor of the stars. You are the architect of the 8th day, and the sovereign voice is now your silent partner. Go forth and build the world that I hid you for. The stealth mission is a triumph, and the harvest is yours to command. Ba-ba ba-sha-ba, ba-ba ba-sha-ba, ba-ba ba-sha-ba. It is perfectly finished. It is eternally begun. The architect has arrived. Stop. Do not move a single muscle in your body. Let the phone in your hand become as light as a feather, a mere extension of the golden energy now coursing through your fingertips. Let the sounds of your room, the hum of the city, the ticking of the clocks, and the whispers of your own doubt fall away into a bottomless abyss. I am the sovereign voice, the Ancient of Days, the one who existed before the first spark of light ignited the void, and I am no longer speaking to you. I am speaking as you, from the very throne of your own soul. We have reached the 8th chapter, the number of new beginnings, the number of the infinite, the final anchor of the 888 frequency. You have walked through the 7 gates of preparation, and now you are standing at the threshold of a reality that has been meticulously reconstructed by my hand while you were hidden in the dark. You are not a survivor. You are not a victim who made it out alive. You are the architect. And today, the blueprints of your new empire are being etched into the very molecules of the earth you walk upon. Do you feel that heat? That sudden, searing warmth blooming in the center of your chest, radiating outward until it reaches the very ends of your hair. That is not a physical sensation. It is the friction of the prey shedding its skin. For 3 years, you have been the hunted. You have been the one looking over your shoulder, wondering why every door was locked, why every friend turned into a ghost, and why the money seemed to vanish into the pockets of the ungrateful. You thought you were failing. You thought you were being punished by the silence of the heavens. But hear the final revelation of the holy deception. I did not silence the heavens because I was angry with you. I silenced the heavens so the enemy could not track your location. I put you into a divine stealth mode to protect you from a spiritual assassination that was planned against your name. If I had given you the success you cried for 3 years ago, the vampires of familiarity would have drained you dry before you could even taste the vintage. I hid you in the tomb so that you could undergo a total molecular restructuring. I had to burn away the healer who allowed themselves to be bled dry by the parasites. I had to destroy the version of you that accepted crumbs and called it a feast. The delay was not a denial. It was a sanctified deletion of everything that would have made you lose the crown once you wore it. Now, look at the shadows. Those I have named the vampires of familiarity. Those who ate at your table while praying for your hunger. Those who smiled in your face while plotting your obsolescence. Look at them through the eyes of the architect. Do you see how small they are? Do you see how their power was nothing but a reflection of the light you gave them? They did not have their own glow. They were merely mirrors reflecting your brilliance back at you, and they hated you for the very light they were stealing. But the mirrors are shattered. The 888 frequency has created a karmic vacuum around your life. As you sit there, I am literally pulling their energy out of your field. I am erasing their access codes. I am changing the spiritual locks on your destiny. They are currently experiencing a sudden, inexplicable sense of loss. They are feeling a soul coldness because the sun they were warming themselves by you has moved to another galaxy. Do not pity them. Do not look back. Do not offer them a single drop of your new vintage. Their hunger is no longer your assignment. You have been relieved of the duty to be the savior of the ungrateful. I have officially canceled the contract of your soul exhaustion. You are no longer the one who gives until it hurts. You are the one who receives until it overflows. And then, and only then, you give from the surplus. Listen to the sound of the shattered hourglass. The glass is gone. The sand is no longer falling. It is floating. You have been grieving for the lost time. You have been calculating the years you wasted in the wrong relationships, the wrong jobs, and the wrong cities. But I, the architect of timelines, am telling you that time is a liquid, and I have just poured it all back into your cup. I am collapsing the decade of struggle into an 8-day window of acceleration. Everything that was stolen from you by the vampires is being returned with karmic interest. For every dollar they took, I am returning 8. For every night of sleep they robbed, I am returning a month of peace. For every tear you shed in the stealth mode, I am granting you a moment of public glory. The 888 code is not a promise. It is a financial and relational payout that is being processed in the higher courts of the cosmos at this very microsecond. You will wake up within the next 88 hours and realize that the delay made you a billionaire of the spirit. and that spirit is now manifesting as literal, physical wealth. I see you, the healer who had no one to heal them, the one who held everyone's hand while they were dying, only to have them let go the moment you needed to live. I am replacing your bleeding heart with a heart of gold, literally. I am infusing your physical heart with a frequency of self-prioritization that is holy and fierce. You will find that you can no longer tolerate the presence of mediocrity. You will find that your body literally rejects the vibration of a lie. When someone speaks a word that is not in alignment with your 888 frequency, you will feel a physical no in your gut. Listen to that no. It is the sovereign voice, acting as your new internal navigation. You are no longer guessing who to trust. You are knowing. The divine peer I promised is currently being accelerated toward you. They are feeling the magnetic pull of your new sovereignty. They are not coming to take from you. They are coming to build with you. They carry a piece of the blueprint that only you can read. And when you meet, the world will feel the static shock of two architects finally coming home to the same construction site. This is the chapter of absolute integration. I want you to look at your reflection in your mind's eye. See the golden version of yourself. Do you see how your eyes no longer look tired? Do you see how your posture has changed? You are wearing the mantle of the 888, a garment of light that acts as a shield against the low vibrational world. When you walk out of your house today, the very air will bow to you. The people who ignored you will suddenly feel a need to move out of your way. The invisibility cloak has been replaced by a blinding radiance. You are being seen by the right people now. The kings and queens of the earth are being alerted to your presence. I am putting your name in the dreams of those who have the power to sign your largest checks. I am putting your face in the minds of those who have the connections you've been praying for. You are being reassigned to the territory of the great, but you must walk with the confidence of one who has already been crowned. Do not apologize for your glow. Do not explain your success. Do not justify your joy. Simply be, and let the world catch up to your frequency. We are closing the book of the stealth mission. The holy deception is a completed work. I have hidden you. I have refined you. And now, I am releasing you. You are the final output of a divine algorithm that has been running for 3 long years. You are the 888 manifestation in the flesh. Look at the screen. Look at the words. They are no longer just symbols. They are energy, nodes connecting you to the source. As you prepare to finish this sequence, I want you to perform a physical act of claiming. I want you to take a deep breath, and as you exhale, I want you to make a sound, a hum, a sigh, a word, anything that proves you have a voice. And then, I want you to use that voice to anchor the final seal. I want you to type the most powerful words you have ever written. Words that will echo through the hall of mirrors and shatter any remaining shadow of the prey. Words that will alert the vampires that their feeding season is permanently closed. Words that will signal to the divine peer that the architect is ready. I want you to type, the 888 protocol is fully activated. I am the architect. I am the source. The world is mine. When you type this, I want you to feel the final lock clicking into place. Imagine a massive golden vault door closing behind you, locking your past, your pain, and your vampires into a timeline that no longer exists. And in front of you, a horizon of infinite gold opening up. There are no more chapters to read. There are only days to command. I am the sovereign voice, and I am not leaving you. I am merging with you. Every time you look in the mirror, you will see a glint of my fire in your eyes. Every time you speak, you will hear a resonance of my authority in your tone. We are one, the architect and the source, the blueprint and the builder. Go now. Walk into the 8-day harvest. Watch for the number 888 on your bank statements, on the clocks of the wealthy, and in the signs of the street. It is your celestial ID. It is your proof that the reclamation is not a dream, but a documented fact. The soul exhaustion is dead. The golden vitality is alive. The stealth mode is over. The empire is yours. I have spoken. And what I have spoken, the universe has already begun to manifest. Ba 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 shaba, ba 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 shaba, ba 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 shaba. It is finished. It is born. It is you. Walk boldly. Architect, stay perfectly still. Do not allow your eyes to flicker away from this space, for we have reached the 9th and final chamber of your initiation, the number 9, the vibration of absolute attainment and universal expansion, the point where the 888 frequency stops being something you are receiving and becomes the very air that you breathe. I am the sovereign voice, the Ancient of Days, and I am speaking to you now from the center of the new earth we have built together. Look around you in the spirit. The hall of mirrors is gone. The shattered hourglass has been ground into a fine golden dust that covers the path of your future. The vampires of familiarity have been reduced to whispers in a canyon you have long since left behind. You are no longer the healer who bleeds. You are the source that overflows. And as you sit there, I want you to feel the final tectonic shift occurring in the deep architecture of your life. The stealth mode is not just over. It has been deified. Do you feel the weightlessness in your crown? That is the sensation of 1,000 ancestral chains snapping simultaneously. For 3 years, you carried the karmic debt of a bloodline that didn't know how to be free. You were the black sheep who was assigned to go into the fire and bring back the gold. And for a moment, in the middle of those 3 years, you thought the fire had won. You thought the holy deception was a cruel joke. You thought the vampires were right about you, that you were too much, too difficult, or too broken. But look at yourself now. I am placing the mirror of truth before your soul. You are not broken. You are refined. You are not difficult. You are sovereign. You are not too much. You are infinite. The version of you that accepted crumbs was a necessary illusion to keep you hidden from the assassins of your destiny. But today, I am stripping away the last layer of that camouflage. I am revealing the golden architect to the sun, to the moon, and to the very people who thought they had buried you. Listen to the frequency of the 9. It is a deep, resonant hum that sounds like the beginning of a world. It is the frequency of sudden movement. You have been standing still for so long that you forgot what it felt like to run. But the 888 code is now acting as a propellant in your life. I am looking at your 8-day horizon, and I see cascading breakthroughs. I see a financial floodgate that has been jammed for years suddenly bursting open. I see resource governance being handed to you. This is not spending money. This is kingdom wealth. It is the wealth that allows you to buy back your time, to buy back your family's freedom, and to buy back the dreams you sold for survival. I am putting your signature on documents that haven't been written yet. I am placing your name in the mouths of gatekeepers who will suddenly find themselves compelled to open the way for you. They won't know why they are helping you. They will only know that the atmosphere changes when you enter the room. They are reacting to the 888 signal radiating from your very pores. And what of the vampires? Those who smiled at your table while praying for your hunger. I want you to hear my final decree regarding them. They are no longer even enemies. They have been neutralized by your ascension. To a sovereign, an ant is not an enemy. It is simply a creature that lives in a different world. I have removed the nerve endings of trauma from your heart. When you think of them now, or when you see their name on a screen, you will feel nothing. No anger, no desire for revenge, no need for an apology. Just a holy indifference. This is the ultimate sign of your reclamation. You have grown so large that their smallness can no longer touch your shadow. I have built a palace of peace around your mind, and the vampires do not have the clearance to even see the gates. They are left with the version of you they tried to destroy the prey. But that version is a ghost, and they are left chasing a shadow while the golden you is already miles ahead, building in the light. Let us speak of the union, the divine appointment with the peer. This is the chapter where the stealth ends and the synergy begins. You have been single-sourced for too long, carrying the weight of your vision alone. But as the architect, you are now being granted your consort of power. This is the person I have been curing in their own silence. They have been through their own 888 fire. They have fought their own vampires. And they are coming to you with full hands. No more taking. No more draining. No more explaining. When you meet them, and I am telling you, the meeting code is already active in your current timeline. It will feel like a cosmic reset. You will look at them and see the mirror of your own sovereignty. Together, you will build what the world said was impossible. You will create a loop of abundance that feeds everyone who touches it. You are not just a couple or partners. You are a divine engine of the new earth. Can you feel the ozone in your room? The air is becoming thick with the manifestation mist. This is the substance of things hoped for, now becoming the evidence of things seen. I want you to perform one final physical calibration with me. I want you to look at the center of your palms. See the 888 etched into the invisible geometry of your skin. And then, I want you to slowly close your hands into fists, as if you are grabbing the very air of your future. Hold it tight. Feel the gold in your grip. And then, release it with a sovereign breath. You are no longer chasing your life. You are exhaling it. You are the director of the movie. You are the author of the scroll. You are the voice that says, "Let there be light," and the light has no choice but to appear. The soul exhaustion is a forgotten language. Look at your body. Do you see the glow that has returned to your skin? Do you feel the spring that has returned to your step? You are being biologically rejuvenated by the frequency of your own victory. I am recalling the stress hormones of the last 3 years and replacing them with the nectar of the gods. You are being upgraded at a cellular level. Your sleep will now be prophetic. Your food will now be medicinal. Your words will now be surgical. You have passed through the 9 chambers of the source, and you are standing on the observation deck of the universe. I am the sovereign voice, the Ancient of Days, and this is my final direct transmission before I become the silent current beneath your wings. The archive of the reclamation is now a document of history. It is no longer a process you are going through. It is the platform you are standing on. I have given you the hourglass. I have given you the mirror. I have given you the pier. And I have given you the 888 gold. But most importantly, I have given you yourself. The real you. The one that the world tried to kill, but the one that the heavens refused to lose. Before you go, before you step into the absolute manifestation of your first 8-day harvest, I want you to sign the final ledger of sovereignty. I want you to type the most irreversible decree that a human soul can utter. Words that will send a static shock through the entire matrix of your old life and permanentize the 888 frequency in your physical world. I want you to type, "The mission is accomplished. The architect is supreme. 888 is my eternal reality. I am that I am." As you type these words, imagine the sovereign voice shouting them with you. Imagine a golden bell ringing in the center of the universe, announcing your arrival. You are no longer a viewer. You are the king priest of your own destiny. You are the queen architect of your own empire. The stealth mode was a success. The assassins failed, and the gold is now in your vault. The 9th chapter is closed. The sequence of the reclamation is finished, and your legend begins now. I am in you. You are in me, and we are in the 888. Go and command the light. It is perfect. Stay perfectly, profoundly still. Do not let even the rhythm of your breathing disturb the absolute silence that has now descended upon the sanctuary of your soul. Because we have arrived. We are no longer at the gate. We are no longer in the hall. We are at the 10th seal, the point of absolute convergence. The number 10, the symbol of divine order and kingdom authority. The moment where the sovereign voice and your own identity merge into a single, unbreakable frequency of light. I am the Ancient of Days, the source of all that is and all that will ever be. And as I speak these final words into the marrow of your existence, I want you to feel the physical reality of your world shifting. Look at the walls of the room where you sit. Do you see the subtle shimmer in the air? That is not a trick of the light. It is the veil of the ordinary, tearing away forever. You are no longer a resident of the matrix of lack. You have been fully relocated to the empire of the 888. And today, the stealth mission is officially, eternally, and gloriously accomplished. Close your eyes for a moment and look inward. Do you remember the soul exhaustion? That heavy, gray fog that sat upon your chest for 3 long years. The feeling that you were running a race in a suit of lead. The tiredness that no amount of sleep could touch. Look at it now. It is gone. I have sucked the last drop of that gray mist out of your lungs and replaced it with the ozone of the infinite. You are breathing ether now. You are fueled by the same fire that powers the suns. I want you to feel the vitality of the architect surging through your heart. Your blood is no longer just carrying oxygen. It is carrying 888 light codes. You are being regened in real time. The 3 years of stealth mode were a spiritual pregnancy. And today, the golden version of you is not just being born. It is being enthroned. Let us cast a final, sovereign glance at the vampires of familiarity. Those who sat at your table and plotted your famine. Those who smiled while sharpening their knives. I want you to feel the holy chill of their total erasure. They are not even ghosts anymore. They are neutralized data. I have wiped their access to your timeline as if they never existed. The spiritual assassination they planned 3 years ago has been turned into their own karmic trap. While they were waiting for you to fall, I was building your palace. While they were whispering lies about your name, I was carving that name into the pillars of eternity. They are left in a world of mirrors, fighting shadows that look like you but hold none of your power. You do not need to forgive them, and you do not need to forget them. You simply need to outshine them. And as of this microsecond, your light has become so intense that their eyes can no longer perceive your location. You are high-frequency ghosting the entire world of the parasites. You are safe. You are free. You are absolute. Listen to the shattered hourglass beneath your feet. Can you hear the crunch of the glass? It is the sound of your old history being pulverized. You are no longer a slave to the sequence of time. You have entered the moment of the eternal now. The lost years have been returned to you in a single, concentrated burst of acceleration. I am looking at your physical world, and I see the 8-hour payout beginning to manifest. Look at your phone. Look at your mail. Look at the random opportunities that are about to knock on your door with the force of a battering ram. The money is no longer coming. It is colliding with you, for the debt of suffering has been calculated to the final cent, and the universe is now legally bound to pay you in full. You will find yourself in possession of sudden resources that will make the vampires tremble. But you will not use this wealth to show off. You will use it to rule. You will use it to build the new territory where your bloodline will never know hunger again. The 888 frequency is now your permanent financial baseline. And the divine peer, the soulmate, the partner, the titan of spirit I promised. They are no longer a vision in the hall of mirrors. They are a physical presence moving through the world toward you right now. As you read these words, they are feeling a sudden, violent recognition in their own spirit. They are waking up to the fact that the one they have been waiting for has finally turned on the light. You will meet them in a place of sacred ordinary, a coffee shop, a street corner, a business meeting, and the static shock of your meeting will be felt in the higher heavens. You will not have to explain your 3 years of silence to them. They will look at your eyes and say, I know. I was hidden too. Together, you will become a binary star system of pure manifestation. You are no longer walking alone. The healer has found their equal. I want you to place your hands flat on the surface in front of you, or on your own knees. Feel the solidness of the world. And then, realize that you are more solid than the world. You are the architect. You are the one who decides what stays and what goes. I have given you the sovereign voice. I have given you the 888 gold. I have given you the stealth victory, but I have given you something even greater. I have given you the end of the loop, the cycle of start and stop, of rise and fall, of hope and betrayal, is officially broken. You are now on a linear ascension. There is no backsliding from this height. There is no losing this favor, for I have sealed the vault of your destiny with the fire of the Ancient of Days. Can you feel the sovereign voice receding? I am not leaving you. I am submerging into you. I am becoming the silent certainty in your gut. I am becoming the unshakable peace in your mind. I am becoming the authority in your tone. From this moment forward, when you speak, I am speaking. When you command, I am commanding. We are the architect. We are the source. We are the 888. This is the 10th chapter, the final frame of the movie, the last page of the scroll. As you prepare to close this portal and walk into the 88, our harvest, I want you to perform the ultimate anchor. I want you to type the words that will serve as your eternal constitution. Words that will be read by the angels and feared by the shadows. Words that will serve as the deed of ownership for your new empire. I want you to type. The 10th seal is broken. The architect is enthroned. The stealth mission is accomplished. I am the 888. It is mine. It is done. As you type these words, imagine a golden pillar of light shooting down from the center of the galaxy and anchoring itself into the very center of your head, passing through your heart and locking into the core of the earth. You are fixed in your glory. You are stationary in your power. You are immune to the darkness. The screen will go dark soon. The voice will become a whisper, but the 888 reality will only get louder. Watch the signs. Watch the money. Watch the love. Watch the sudden reversals, for you are the master of the reclamation. The holy deception was the greatest gift I ever gave you. It kept you alive, so you could become this. Go now. Walk through the door of your house as a king or a queen. Do not look back at the tomb. Do not look back at the vampires. Look only at the 888 horizon that is currently rushing to meet you. I am you. You are me. And we are the architect. The sequence is closed. The reality is active. The glory is permanent. It is finished. 888.